Gotta say, my fantasy team, it's kind of ripping. So thank you to my fantasy team. J.Marshall, Kanoa Igarashi, Imaikalani deVault, kind of all over the board here. 7th, 10th, and 18th. J.Marshall had a huge showing in Tahiti. Didn't get the victory over Gabriel Medina, but did get one of the barrels of his life. He came in from that heat. What a day. Something for every type of surf fan. And let's just go ahead and fire it up again, starting with Kanoa Igarashi. Precision, power, a lot of style. Kanoa Igarashi, a perennial title threat. It's because of turns like that. What a way to start your heat.
Yeah, and Kanoa in the top 10 right now.
His campaign, Imai goes down. Here we go, J.Marshall, the lot troll out of Encinitas, California, taking the high line. Beautiful glassy wall in front of him. Nice bottom turn. Good carve right there. Straight back into the white water, though, you know, back there, the back part of the wave. He's back into it. I love how he's just staying right in the pocket. Beautiful tail slide there. Another big carve. You know it's going to be a good highlight wave when you can barely speak at the beginning of it. So J.Marshall starting strong right there.
First of all, in combat sports, styles make matchups, right? Same thing here in surfing, Chris, as we look at Jacob and riding again. But what was most outstanding out of his results so far?
This was Kanoa's last wave during that interview.
Yeah, 2.67 right here, Chris. Great layback right there for the Japanese surfer in the blue. Kind of mistimed that second section and wanted to regroup and go even larger right there, but just maybe committed a bit too much. And most importantly, he's competing well at every venue, Strider. I'm really impressed with what we're seeing from Jake so far.
Well, Imaikalani deVault. Up and down real quick.
Come on, not at this level.
Surfer to qualify, first Asian surfer to qualify, and he already has a win under his belt too.
Well, this could pretend that's not going to be anything, but just that overview told me something really nice. It showed me something special. It's glassing off. Big carve out the back, comes around this section, right back into the pocket. Streaking down the line, there's the flat spot. Grab rail carve, love to see that. Stylish, technical. Wait for it. Don't blink. You're about to see something radical. Quick little fade, stall. Straight to the power section. 2 for 1 there. Well done, J.Marshall. What did you think, guys?
That was just a pleasure feel. Unfortunately for him, he did look off tempo, but this turn right here from Jake, his opener, gouges all the way through down into the corner. A little funky at the bottom there, but really a great wave selection for Jake, and really, you know, the tempo, the pace on the wave for him was pretty much, you know, perfect. And then this inside 2 for 1 combo. I don't like how lackadaisical the guy's getting on the in-between, but this turn right here, quick snap and then throws it back up into the lip. So
Marshall with a 6. Nobody with a backup score just yet. You got Chris Cote here with Mitchell Salazar and Strider Wasilewski in the booth. And this is your surfer in blue, Kanoa Igarashi. Nice turn out the back. Kind of waiting for things to form up through this inside, and here we go. It builds up, it grows down the line. He's got a good section to work with, throws the tail. Meanwhile, out the back, Imaikalani deVault hammered his outside turn. Let's get a third rider up. Come on. Where is J.Marshall? And on command. This is exactly what we want to see.
Too much field there in between the surfers.
Here's what just went down. This is fun. Started off with Kanoa.
He's for sure improving on the 2.67, and he was in the worst of the priority rotation, so I had to make do with what he had available. Some great surfing on the inside, though, guys. Beautiful turn right there into the lip once again. Really like this layback that he fits in right there in the pocket. So that, you know, for my perspective, was a well-surfed wave. 3.67 on this one. He's riding a 2-point pro to 6.0, so a little bit larger than he would normally ride, and this wave right here seemed like it had the line, Chris, but just seems like he's been a little bit out of sorts. Was waiting a long time too, Strider, so might have been a bit cold out there.
Maybe if he was behind, that was towards the end of the heat, and he went extra. But to me, that was a great just foundation layer. Well, we'll see what happens. You never know. Imai, this kid's got all the potential in the world, all the firepower. A little behind the section there, and I mean, you can just tell he's not quite tuned in as much as Jake and Kanoa is. This kid is an amazing surfer.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He made the cut for a reason. And when he is on, I mean, he surfs with such great style, so much speed, so much power. Let's take a look at what Imai did on that last wave.
Well, the outside, as you were saying, still a bit off tempo, Chris. Really like the way he made up for it right here on the inside, though. Still right there, a little bit behind the section, but then recovers and starts using his rails well. You can see right here, this next blowtail, he slides the fins well, Strider, and it's really his signature turn, too. And this is where he made his money over there in Market River, not only to make the cut, Chris, but to get his best result so far this season, too.
Marshall from Encinitas, California in the red jersey, getting the victory over Kanoa Igarashi and deVault. With more to come, Baron Mamiya, Cole Hauschman, Yago Dora coming up next.
Yeah, Jake, coming in here, your first time competing here in El Salvador since 2022. How did you try and find a rhythm in this first heat?
Yeah, I mean, I got down here and it was like the Medina and Itala and Leo heat, and the waves were just like absolutely firing. So I didn't really need much motivation to get out there. I was just psyched to surf some good waves. I mean, between here and getting these waves here and just the last event in Tahiti, it just seems like we've been scoring the last couple of events, which has been really nice after kind of a slow start to the year. So, I mean, this is why everyone wants to qualify and do these events, is to get to surf waves like this. So it's really fun, and just didn't really luck into like the best waves in that heat. It was getting a little tricky with the tide filling in. But I'm stoked that they were just good enough to make it through, and hopefully I can get a little better rhythm in the next heat.
What is the lesson that you learned here in this first heat that you'll carry into that round of 16?
I think I was catching like the biggest waves of the heat, but I don't know if they had the best wall compared to some of the more medium ones. So maybe on the higher tide you kind of need to eye out a little bit different wave than I was catching. So I'm not sure. I'm going to have to watch the heat back and kind of see what the other guys' waves looked like and see maybe what I could have done differently. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like my surfing's really good. My board's working great, so a lot of positives for sure.
Congratulations.
Thank you.